Hey everybody, what's going on? Dave the Digital Dungeon Master here, and this is the update video for August 2017. So you might be asking yourself, if you've been a long time follower of the channel, why did you just say monthly update? Well, that's because I am cutting back on the updates to every month. I think an update every month at the beginning will be suffice enough to what everybody's taste buds on what's going to be going on for that particular month. I think the videos will be a little bit longer, but hey, you only got to listen to this once a month, right? So let's dive right in. So last month was a great month. It was a huge milestone month for the Digital Dungeon Master. First off, there's almost 11,000 followers now on Twitch. That is a massive amount of people. And in fact, last month I went from like 6,000 to 10,000 in not even a month. I mean, it was just a massive influx of people. And I thank you guys for following the channel. Totally appreciate it. Also, I hit 15,000 YouTube subscribers. I never thought that I would even have 100 subscribers, let alone 15,000. So thank you guys very much. Those are a couple huge milestones for what I've been trying to achieve this year. So I'm trying to achieve even more. I've got big goals, especially now that I'm back doing this full time and stuff again. I've got huge goals for the future. All right, so now I'm going to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is I've got a Digital Dungeon Master t-shirt drive going on. You can get these t-shirts until August 18th. Even though the flyer says 17th, it's actually going to the 18th. You can get men's and women's t-shirts. You can get them from small to 5 extra large. That is a huge upgrade from the old Twitch shirts. They're the same style as the Twitch shirts from before. It's just that it won't have the Twitch partner logo anymore because Teespring and Twitch has separated themselves from one another for some reason, which I think was a mistake on Twitch's part. Teespring always puts out quality t-shirts, and that's why I'm deciding to stay with Teespring, because they take care of all the shipping, they take care of all the transactions, they take care of everything. They make them. I don't have to store them here at the house. They make them, they send them. So I'm going to stay with Teespring. Plus, the price has gone down a couple dollars a shirt, which is a good thing. There's a lot of colors. I think there's 9 colors for men, 5 or 6 colors for women. You can also get Digital Dungeon Master stickers, and you can also get Digital Dungeon Master coffee mugs and like 36 different colors for the mugs. So you guys asked for it. I didn't know if I was going to do one of these, but there you go. It's up till August 18th. So next I want to talk about is the cancellation of a couple of projects that I've been working, not really projects, but a couple of things that were on my plate. The first thing I'm canceling is the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Out of the Abyss campaign diary. It takes a lot of work to make one of these. It takes probably about 6 to 8 hours, sometimes even 10 hours to make one of these videos. And there's just not enough views on the video to warrant the time investment. So I have to think smarter and not work harder. So I'm going to be, unfortunately, canceling the Out of the Abyss campaign diary. The game is still going to be going on. And maybe on my stream nights, maybe I'll go ahead and talk about how the game is going, and then just go ahead and leave that as a highlight on Twitch. I think that might be a pretty good solution. The next thing you might notice is the Digital Dungeon Master podcast website is also done. I canceled it. It lasted for about 3 months, and this was an experiment because everything I do is YouTube or Twitch. Jumping into the podcast world was something that was basically it was an experiment. And it didn't do too bad. It had, I think, 3,900 downloads in 3 months, which for a new podcast was actually pretty good from what I'm told. Podbean had actually reached out and asked, hey, why are you canceling your podcast site? You actually have really good numbers. And I said, look, I do YouTube, I do Twitch. It's just not worth the monetary investment, which is a monthly fee, to have that. But I am cutting back. I even cut back on the Adobe Cloud, so I don't have Photoshop anymore. I don't have Adobe Premiere. I have to cut costs, guys. So, especially with not working full time anymore, doing this full time, I have to adjust life until things can expand. And then I would like to bring back Adobe and et cetera, and et cetera. But that will be down the line. So I'm sorry about canceling the podcast, and I'm also sorry about canceling the Out of the Abyss campaign diary. It's something that I didn't want to do, but the numbers just are not there to keep them up and going. So that's going to allow me to concentrate on other things, like creating content, preparing for games, making videos, stuff that you guys want to see. Now, I will say this about the podcast. I am going to still do a video vlogcast, and it's not going to be every other week like the podcast. It will be once a month. It will come out probably in about the middle of the month. I'm still going to have great topics of discussion. I'll still have special guests coming on. I'll still be doing the roundtables with the patrons and whatnot. But it will be monthly. On a good note, the new Gold Store, how do you guys like the look of that, huh? Everything has been redone. All of the prices have been adjusted. I have added like 35 more items to the store. You can now buy perks for both Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. You can buy perks for Savage Worlds. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be adding in the future as well. I just have to figure out some legalities first. But you'll probably see some PDF downloads and stuff that I'll have in there for D&D and other games. And I think the Gold Store is off to a magnificent start. 50 items. Everything is nice and legible. So check out the Gold Store and buy some perks for some games, will you? So the straw poll ended. And the straw poll was actually... The straw poll did a lot better than I thought it was going to do. Now, when I posted this straw poll about 2 months ago, there was... I think it actually was probably close to 20 games. And this was what game that I have ran currently or in the past is your favorite. And actually, the D&D Adventures League, Tyranny of Dragons, that came in first place. It had a total of 10% of the vote, and that's 86 votes. And I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed because there was almost 900 votes on the straw poll. I mean, that's amazing. I think the best straw poll that I ever had was probably a couple hundred votes, but this blew it away. So I think I'm going to probably do more straw polls in the future, probably for like my monthly PDF content creation for my patrons and stuff like that. In second place was the Savage Worlds Zombie Apocalypse game, 1 and 2. And actually, it was tied for second place with the D&D 5e game back from way back in 2014 with Big Dirt, Arvaldir, Warhawk, the starter box set Lost Mine of Fandover. That finished tied for second place. And in third place was the 5e Storm King's Thunder game. But thank you, everybody, for voting. And I'm going to be hooking up all of my players with some little gifts for... making the game delightful and making the game fun to watch. So next, you guys are going to notice that I've been doing some vodcast. And that's also a big reason why I've been getting a lot of follows. And I redid all of my videos on Twitch. I spent like 2 full days doing this. And I retagged them all, and I made it easy for me to throw up a whole series or just a couple of videos up into a vlogcast. Well, up into a vodcast. Then I was running them, and I was there sometimes, and I wasn't there sometimes. And I've seen a lot of people asking questions in the vodcast chat. So I think I'm not going to run it all the time like I was doing. I think I'm just going to run it mainly when I'm sitting here prepping and stuff like that. I'm going to keep it up on one of my 4 monitors, and then I'll be able to read the chat, plus listen to the game, because I love listening to the games anyway. I crack up all the time. And I'll be able to answer your questions and stuff. So I think it'll be better for me to be in the chat for the vodcast. I really do. So you guys are going to notice that I've had a ton of videos coming out every day. And I'm not trying to flood the YouTube channel. I'm just trying to put content out on a consistent basis. And it seems like it's gone pretty well for the most part. Yesterday was the first day, I think, in 3 weeks where I didn't put a video out. And that was just because of everything going on around here. It just wasn't feasible yesterday. So expect a video, at least a video every day to come out. Of course, the games, there's going to be multi-parts of the games coming out. But there will also be Fantasy Grounds tutorials. I'm now in the process of remaking my Fantasy Grounds tutorials. I'm in the process of making all of my D&D 5e for beginners and my Savage Worlds for Beginners videos. So you can expect those to be out. I've been putting out a lot of the time-lapsed module creation videos. A lot of people have liked that. I'm going to continue to do that. And plus, I'm going to continue the Darkest Dungeon playthrough as well. I've been getting a lot of help from the community on that. So thank you guys for your tips and your hints and stuff like that. So every day, I'm going to have some content coming out. Over the last couple of weeks, we have gotten a couple of the new Dungeons & Dragons 5e private playtest packs. So all of my NDA players out there that can't talk about this, you got till, I believe it's August 23rd, which is on a Wednesday, to take a look at those packets and submit your form in. I think they're leaving the form open because of the size of the packets are so large. So represent, guys. Get those packets looked at and submit your feedback. I think it's Wednesday, August 23rd. Now in October, the Fantasy Grounds game, we're playing D&D 5e Storm King's Thunder. That game is going to resume back in October. I don't have a specific date for you yet, but hopefully by next month, I'll be able to get you that date. So that's going to be coming in the next couple of months. And that's pretty much the reason why the Hellfrost game is only a 3-month game. But it has the possibility to move to another night, just depending on the players if they want to continue on or not. So I'll get with them towards the latter part of the campaign before it ends to see if we want to continue on. I think everybody's enjoying the new Hellfrost game. I think a lot of people have been kind of surprised how good Savage Worlds is, which is actually a really good rule set. And if you haven't played it yet, seriously, go to the Pinnacle Entertainment website and download the test drive rules. You get all the rules and stuff you can get for free. So take it for a test spin. Seriously, you'll probably really end up liking it. So my schedule is not going to change at all this month. Monday is still going to be a flex day, a rest day for me, especially with the weeks that I have 4 and 5 games in a row. Monday's a great day for me just to do like a treasure chest and kind of take the rest of the day off. And if I can, I'll get on about 8 p.m. and stream. Now, Tuesdays, this is where I definitely stream on Tuesday nights. I usually start up anywhere between 6 and 8 p.m. And I'm doing mostly video games on this night. I would like to do D&D prep or Savage Worlds prep. It's really hard to do when everybody's playing the jukebox and the music is so damn good. And the conversations are just great. So I think Tuesday night is just going to be a hangout night and not a prep night. I've got enough prepping videos coming out now where you guys can literally see every single bit of prep that I'm doing. You guys actually see it all now because I record 100% of it. And then I just edit it out and accelerate it up by like 1,000%. So I know a lot of people are liking those videos though. Wednesday is a D&D 5e Yawning Portal game. I play Splug. where I get all cosplayed up. And sorry I didn't paint my eyes last week because my face paint dried out, even though I had it sealed up in a bag. And I actually had to get out of my costume because that was the night that my air conditioner broke. And holy shit, it was so hot. I actually told the story this morning in my treasure chest. So if you're a patron, check out that. It's actually a pretty long treasure chest. But anyways, the short of it is my AC broke on Wednesday. I finally broke down and bought a window unit. It's just going to cost too much to repair the old AC. It's like 15 years old. It's going to be thousands of dollars. And sorry if you can hear my window unit and running in the background, but sorry. It feels too good. The house is mid-90s temperature-wise. I'm in Florida, so it was like 95, 96 degrees. At night, 90, 88 degrees. It was just so unbearable. So I went and bought a window unit, and then everybody else bought one too. Oh, much better now. Much better. But anyways, I digress on that. But the Yawning Portal game that I play in, Splug, Level 3, Tempest Cleric of Thor, I am going to be transitioning that, I think, here pretty soon to add a little bit of drama, maybe inject some drama into the game. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it runs till midnight on Wednesday. So we call ourselves the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's myself, Doug Davison from Fantasy Grounds, the president and owner. And then we also have GeoQuester. He's DMing right now. Then we have Rob Tui, Shmo, and Duffs from Praetor's Rejects. Oh my gosh, it's such a fun time with all those guys. It's actually really, really fun. Thursday, I am having 2 games actually on Thursdays now. I have my Out of the Abyss campaign diary. Of course, I've told you that I'm not going to be doing the diary anymore, but the game is still going to continue on. And then I'll just kind of talk about it on Tuesdays if you're there. And if anybody asks for it, then I'll go into a brief synopsis for the last couple of games for you. And then on the other Thursdays, I actually run the D&D 5e Yawning Portal game, which is actually going effing fantastic. I've got some really great players. I mean, these guys are making it so fun. I'm so lucky as a dungeon master to have the group of players that I have. I mean, it's amazing. I've always had great players. I've always been so lucky about having great players, and now it just gets even better, to be honest. So that game runs from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every other Thursday. Fridays, I run Adventures League. We're doing DDEX1, Tyranny of Dragons, which is Season 1. And then we rotate that with DDAL05, Storm King's Thunder, and that's Season 5. And we rotate that between 6 p.m. for DDEX1 and 8 p.m. for DDAL05. Next is Saturday, which on Saturdays, I've got the Ghost of Dragonspear Castle, and that is at 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., and that runs every other week. And that game has been going fantastic, too. If you're wondering, what the heck is a Ghost of Dragonspear Castle? Well, it was a D&D Next module for the 5e playtest back in 2014. It was a Gen Con exclusive book. I don't want to reach over to my shelf. I'm too lazy to get it off the shelf for you, but it was a Gen Con only exclusive. One of my viewers was like, "Hey, Dave." Actually, he was in the chat at the table saying, "Hey, there's like 5 of these books left. If you want one, I'll buy one for you, and then you can PayPal it to me." I was like, "Yes, get one, and I'll pay you for it." So it's nice. And those books are super rare. So it's D&D Next, so it's basically, playtest rules. So there's some modifications because skill checks didn't have particular proficiencies like athletics or acrobatics. It was all just attribute-based back then. So there's really easy conversions, and the monsters were all level-based back then. But now with the awesome challenge rating that they have, I've had to convert some monsters, which has actually been really easy. And I think the adventurers have really liked it. And they're a group of my patrons as well. So the Ghost of Dragonspear Castle, they're working on part 2 right now, and it's a 4-part adventure. Sunday, I've got the Hellfrost game. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be playing Hellfrost, actually, the next 3 out of 4 weeks because I had to cancel last night's game. Well, Sunday night's game because I was installing 3 more air conditioning units and windows in the house. So I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning almost, probably pissing off my neighbors because I was using my table saw and stuff like that. But hey, one of these guys got a fucking rooster in the neighborhood, and this thing cocks as soon as the damn sun breaks the horizon. And I don't even think he's supposed to have that in a residential neighborhood, but who cares? I'll tell you what, I'm going to eat that son of a bitch for Thanksgiving. I'm going to get it. I'll get it with my AR-15, sniper style. And then we're going to eat that. We're going to eat that fucking rooster. I don't think I'd probably hit it, and then it would probably just disintegrate with a 223, but probably not good to talk about on YouTube either, to take out a chicken or a rooster. Oh, goodness. So, but that's my schedule, everybody. Monday to Sunday. And plus that doesn't even, count all the other patron duties that I have and meetings and prepping and module creating and creating videos. So, hey, it's a 7-day thing. But I'll tell you what, I love what I'm doing. I absolutely love it. This is the best time I've had of my life. Seriously. I mean, it really has been. So I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on. And one project I restarted a couple of days ago when I wasn't able to make videos because I was just drenching sweat and I had to, I just couldn't make any videos. And thank goodness I created a bunch ahead of time so I could continue to put videos out. But I have a folder that I've been accumulating maps, tokens, assets from all the different tabletop game websites, forums like Dungini, RPG art, stuff like that, DeviantArt. And I've got a folder called Sort This Shit First. And this is a folder that just sits on my desktop and just accumulates stuff. Well, it was up to almost 15,000 files inside of this multi-gig folder. It was time to start. I don't even know what I got. I buy map packs for 1 or 2 maps, and then I just throw the rest of it in there. I'll buy a token pack, use 1 token, and throw the rest in there. So I don't even know what the hell I have. Plus all of the years that I scraped from forums and stuff with a parsing program. Wow, what a lot of stuff. But anyways, when the AC went out and I couldn't really make videos, I started diving into the Sort the Shit First folder. And I got it separated between maps, and I got it separated between assets, which are like stuff like rocks, floor tiles, walls, vases, food, and then tokens. And I'll tell you what, I've actually added about 7,000 assets to my normal asset folder that's already A to Z organized. And I think I'm down to about 6,500 items left in the Sort the Shit First folder. But I literally went through, and my priority was maps and map packs that have all the different assets like trees and rocks and stuff. That was my big priority, so I could start making all these custom maps. I want to start making them for Adventures League, and I want to start making them for Hellfrost because, let's just face it, the cartography isn't the best. And I like to give my players nice, colorful, beautiful maps. So those are going to be time-lapse videos as well. So I've spent since pretty much Thursday, sorting that out. And I'll tell you what, I've got so many amazing assets and maps that I never even knew that I had, because over 5 years I just kept throwing shit in that Sort This Shit First folder. So that's like a huge project. And I'm going to work on that a little bit every week. I'm going to allocate myself about 4 to 6 hours every week to clean that out. I think it should be done within the next month. But everything is just in order. And in fact, I'll probably do a time-lapse video of that too. Only one, because I just want to show you guys how all of my stuff is set up and organized. So expect one of those videos out next week. I won't be doing it this week. My next project that I'm working on are my PDFs that I'm having coming out for my patrons. I've got a black powder, a 5e black powder PDF that I wanted to have out on the 31st, but because of not being able to really concentrate and work except for just sorting tokens and zip files and shit, I'll have that out in the next couple of days. In fact, I was working on it before I started recording this video. So that's almost finished up. I don't want to have to correct it or anything like that, so that's why I'm taking my time with it, especially with all of these PDFs. So that'll be a download for you guys for last month. And then this month, hopefully I'm still waiting for some more patrons to re-up to get us back over the level. And if that happens, then I'll be doing a 5e PDF on inspiration. I'll talk about the current inspiration, how I envision inspiration being, and then I'm going to give you a bunch of optional ways to use inspiration for both a dungeon master and also a player. So that's going to be a good PDF for both information for a player or DM. And that's about it for projects, except for my main project, which is my Hellfrost Game Master Codex. I've got a couple of videos out on that, but there is a ton of Hellfrost content. There's like 18 books. And when I bought all of the books, I sent them an email and I said, hey, if I drop some money with you guys and if I buy every single book, deck of cards, all the map packs, will you guys hook me up with the free PDFs? Because I don't want to have to buy both, and I'm going to need both. So they said, hell yeah, we'll hook you up with the PDF. So I got all of the PDFs, which thank you so much, Triple Ace Games, for doing that. You guys are rock stars for doing that. And the quality of your game is amazing. And I'll continue to keep buying. Just like the DM screen that you just kickstarted that was just successful, I back that as well. I love Hellfrost. What can I say? It's a great, great setting, and it's Savage Worlds. So I'm in the process of, I've got my Players Codex done, which you could actually see me finishing it up. So the players have just a mass amount of content to check out, and between like 3 to 4 sources, they have hundreds of edges and feats. It's just awesome. Now my Game Master Codex, I'm creating everything else from all the different types of hedge magic potions, all of the one-use item trinkets and scrolls, and I'm making everything drag and drop. And then I'm redoing all of the modules. I'm creating new maps. I'm parsing every single monster. There's probably a couple thousand monsters for Hellfrost. There's so much resource information for this game. There's a beautiful 600-page atlas, and I've got the beautiful map put together, which is another video, and I'm linking all of the territories and all of the links for all of the towns on the map. So every time a group of players goes somewhere, they've got all of that information handy, and they just, they'll just get the shared link and they'll check it out. All the locations, there's any maps, all that good stuff. There's a beautiful adventure codex, which is also about 600 pages. There's 20 adventures in there from novice to veteran, including the Giant Saga trilogy. And I'm in the process of doing all of those and making new maps for them and putting everything in the fantasy grounds with loot parcels. And it's just going to be so amazing. All of the tables, I'm creating tables for loot. I'm creating tables for rare magic items, because magic items are usually one use in Savage Worlds, either potions or scrolls or maybe a magical stone. But permanent magic items are really super rare. And there are some, but, I'm making tables for all of that stuff. So, and that's not stuff that's actually in the book. It's stuff that I'm creating. So the Atlas, all the adventures, the bestiary stuff, it's a huge undertaking, and it's nothing that I'm going to finish anytime soon, but it will be done. I'm thinking it will probably be done in the next 6 months or so, and that'll be 18 books worth of content. And I just cannot wait till it's done. Because all I got to do is do it one time, and that's it. And then I have that content until the end of my life. And then all I have to do is just add more stuff whenever they release it to the public. So after I get done with Hellfrost, the next thing I'll be working on is Shadow of the Demon Lord. Even though I've already done that, I'm going to redo it because of the 3.2 update and the way that you can organize everything. So, but that's not going to be for a long time down the road, because I do want to play some more Shadow of the Demon Lord. It's a great game. Whew. So those are my projects that I'm working on. And last but not least, I'd like to go into, that's right, the Patreon update. So I hope everything is going okay, Josh. I've emailed Josh a couple of times. He's the videographer that did the intro and has made a lot of different things for me. And I hope he's okay. I think he just had a kid and stuff. And I'm wondering if he's just getting a lot of sleepless nights and stuff. But I've reached out to him a couple times, and I hope everything's okay with Josh. He's a great guy. Great young guy, man. Got his act together for a young guy. I mean, he really does. So in this month's Digital Dungeon Master patron update, I'm up to 56 patrons. That's pretty awesome. Thank you guys. I mean, I appreciate all of the patrons. I really do. All of the games are full. Every single game is full. I do not have any spots open. None for Adventures League, none for Hellfrost, none for 5e Yawning Portal, and none for Ghost of Dragonspear Castle. That's good. I like that. So, Tomb of Annihilation may be coming soon, though. But I won't announce that till next month. Oh, I let that out of the bag. Is the mic on? Hello? Hello? But anyways, yeah, that might be coming. So another thing about Patreon is, like I've already talked about, are the PDFs. I've got the PDF for Black Powder coming out in the next couple days. And also, if the patrons re-up and get over the level again, then I'll get that inspiration. The inspiration PDF is going to be made regardless this month, so I'll have that done. Now, as for the stipends that you get, everybody that's a patron, you get access to the digital Dungeon Master Vlogcast, which will be coming out in the middle of the month. You'll also get access to the treasure chest, which I actually tell a great story today in this week's treasure chest. Even though I only advertise doing them 2 times a month, I actually do them every week. I really like doing the treasure chest. And I tell a lot of crazy stories about my life, what's been going on. So I told the air conditioner story. It was actually a really long treasure chest, so enjoy that and leave some comments there, patrons. So the stipends is another reward that you get, and that's like a gold reward that you get every month. You get a penny for every $1 that you contribute on Patreon. So if if you're a $10 backer, then you get 1,000 points every month, and then you can spend it in the gold store. And the gold store has a lot of things in there that are not game related. So you can get Steam game, like a random Steam game, or you can play some 21 with me, or you'll be able to play some dice games. You're going to be able to buy your way into games and stuff in the future. So yeah, you get a stipend. And also I'll be shipping out, and I'll get the stipend. I think that's going to be done tomorrow on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be getting the show notes mailed out. If you're at a certain level, if you're at a certain contributing level, I take the show notes, like I have actually right here that I'm looking at, and you can see how I kind of do things and take notes. And actually, I'm actually pretty hard on myself. As you can see, I've got a couple emails back saying, wow, you're really hard on yourself, Dave. And then I highlight a bunch of stuff. So it's just a way that you can see how I kind of organize myself and plan around videos and tutorials, and how much effort that actually really, one patron told me, I can't believe how much time and effort you put into this. I would have never known this if you never sent out the show notes. So I'll get those out on Thursday. And then I'll also, probably on Thursday, I'll be getting out all of August Adventures League games posted also. So there you go. There's the patron update. There you go. I think I'm done with this video. This has been a very long video. Like I said, these are only going to be coming out once a month now. So they're going to be a little bit longer. They're going to have more information in it for you. And leave a comment down below if you guys have any ideas for any topics for the vlogcast. If you have any ideas for any new items for the gold store, please feel free to leave a comment. If you want to tell me that I'm ugly as hell, leave a comment. It don't bother me. If you like the video, guys, please thumbs it up. Do me a favor and please thumbs up the videos, guys. It only takes 2 seconds to hit that thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, hit thumbs down. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. It's been long enough. I've been yapping long enough. So I'll see you guys next month. And until then, I love you guys. Happy gaming. And keep it savage. Ooh.